walked out of that school when just the smallest of things could have saved, could have helped Hannah and Tate and Madison and Justin. And not only did she not do it, she doesn't even regret it. She has done the unthinkable. And because of that, 4 kids have died.
Closing arguments wrapped today in the unprecedented involuntary manslaughter trial against Jennifer Crumbley. This morning, the mom of Oxford High School shooter was on the stand for cross-examination by the prosecution. Crumbley answering questions about her son's upbringing, the troubled life he led in school, and his alleged obsession with guns. What ultimately led him, then 15 years old, to kill 4 students at his high school in 2021. He was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole after being convicted of first-degree premeditated murder. Let's bring back our panel. Mike Muse is here now, Barbara Comstock, Amanda Renteria, and joining us is ABC News legal contributor and managing partner with the Cochran firm, Shauna Lloyd. Shauna, I want you to put this case in perspective for us. In a way, it's putting parents on notice and putting her on trial for contributing to stop her son and stop those actions that he took. What do you make of the cross-examination and how this might play out now?
I mean, the bigger picture really is that the state is alleging that parents have a responsibility not to miss large warning signs as they see it when it comes to a child who has access to a gun, is exhibiting some sort of mental health behavior issues, and that you can't just turn a blind eye. Now, when we look towards the cross-examination, it was actually very methodical. They went through every item that they felt showed was a red flag that they alleged that she ignored, that should have been something that she did something differently, or that she should have taken a proactive step. The state is alleging that she should have taken more actions when faced with these warning signs. And they just systematically went through each one of what they believe are red flags, and brought it up to her and had her address it on the record.
Well, and this case has really captivated so many people's attention. Barbara, what do you make of how the prosecution framed her, essentially condemning her as a failure as a mom?
Well, I think, seeing that picture where, he drew the gun itself that looks like the gun, that she knew he had, the blood, and saying, help me. I mean, it was written there, the thoughts won't stop, help me. What part of help me didn't she understand? I think at that moment when she saw that, knowing he had a gun, that was a pretty easy, basic red flag where she just should have stepped in. And I think the fact that she then texted her husband saying emergency, and the husband responded, they knew what they were dealing with, yet they didn't take action. And I think their flight also shows their guilt and their understanding of the situation. So it just is such a horrendous situation. And I think it is good that these kind of cases are going forward.
Well, we have seen Jennifer try to kind of shift blame toward her husband. She denied having any role in buying or storing that gun that her son used in the shooting. What do you make of that argument, Amanda, instead trying to put it on her husband? Are both parents responsible? Is it one more than the other?
Absolutely, both parents are responsible. I mean, this is what we have to start taking much more seriously. When we are near and we have knowledge of someone with mental health issues, a kid, a partner, a friend, and they are equipped to harm others, they actually have the tool to harm others, that should be a red flag. And no doubt both parents here were well aware of the risk. They were well aware of what was going on with their son. And I think this is a moment for all of us to take a look and say, how can we as a community help people understand the red flags and do something about it?
Well, Mike, weigh in on that. Do you feel like we're putting parenting on trial in a case like this? Should there be more of this?
Yes, I do believe we are putting parenting on trial, but not in a negative context, Elizabeth. I think that if parents are in the home where guns are there, we have to make sure that we have used guns wisely, responsibly, and if there's children around, make sure that there's an understanding of gun safety. And in particular, when there are red flags that can be documented of a child's mental health challenges that they're experiencing and emotional distress, I think it's incumbent upon the parent to make sure sure that either the gun is removed from the home or to make sure that the gun is locked up safely. We seem to be in this era where we don't want to lay any responsibility and blame on the parent, but it's much more easier to lay blame on other things such as product, such as technology. At some point, we have to hold parents responsible as well. And even if Jennifer is not found guilty, I think this puts other parents on notice to be more intentional with your children in school and at home.
An important message. We will be watching closely to see how the jurors react with them meeting again on Monday. Mike, Barbara, Amanda, and Shauna, thank you all so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.